Welcome back to Mass Appeal. It's a sunny day out, so we thought, you know what? To heck with the temperature, let's come on outside. And that's the tricky part about winter. When it's so chilly, you want to go out and you want to have fun with your pets, but you don't know how to do it. So today, we're here with Jim Helms from Jim Helms Dog Pals. We've got our snowshoes on, and we're talking how we can have fun with our pets in the winter.
It's actually really easy, but the problem that most people don't realize is our dogs would not normally just go out running in the snow.
No.
I mean,
Jake here. He's having a great time. Look at him, he's dive bombing.
Jake does love the snow. But the problem is, in real life, if the animal was out there, they would actually rest most of the time.
Yeah.
But as humans, we want to exercise. We think we need to exercise our dogs, and we do. So we need to think about how can we keep them safe, what do we do? And you can see Jake loves the snow.
Jake, he defies all logic. Now, the best part about Jake, and I hope we can get a shot of it, he's got some great little booties on right now. How important are those this season?
It all depends on the dog. What I tell people is, one, you have to keep the hair short, extremely short in between the pads, because snow like this will build up in their feet, and it'll actually freeze and actually cut their pads. So keeping their hair really, really short, using something like Bag Balm, Musher's Cream, something that actually lubricates. Hey, Jake.
There he goes again.
Yeah, he wants to go out and play. And you can see he loves the snow. And the boots are something where Jake is really, really bad. 10 minutes into the snow, he gets that built up really, really bad. Jake, come here, Jake.
Oh, I don't know if the camera's shaking right now, but that's because Jake's going nuts. We have to show this off. He's having a real good time. But what do people need to know? Because today we're going to talk about snowshoeing, and it's easy enough for us. For you and I, we get geared up nice and warm, and we put on some snowshoes. And if people can't see it at home, I'll just show everyone. These are snowshoes, and these are a little bit small for me because the longer they are, it's for the heavier you are.
The heavier you are, and that when we talk about weight, it includes the backpack. I'm wearing a bigger backpack than most, in part because I'm the hike leader, so I will bring more gear with me. But you want to take in, okay, I'm 220 pounds, I probably have a 40-pound back, so when you're out looking for snowshoes, I have to figure I got to wear something at least 270 pounds worth.
You want to rate it for your highest possible. Now, when you're going out, what do you need to know for Jake? Because I can only imagine, despite his coat and how much he loves the weather, he's going to get a little chilly.
Actually, Jake is really good. He's got a lot of fur. He can stay out for a long time in the snow. But for the shorter-haired coat dogs, you may actually want to have them wear some sort of winter clothing. Because we're going to be out there for a long time. They're going to be running in the snow. Who knows? They may even get wet if they go into the water. And you got to really be careful. Like with Jake's fur, he will get snowballs on his fur, and we actually have to kind of keep those clean, maybe keeping his coat a little bit shorter because of that if we're out there doing a lot of snowshoeing.
I remember my dog used to have hair and not fur, and she would get the biggest snowball clumps. How do you take those off without hurting her?
I mean, again, hopefully you're prepared. So actually keeping the hair short, putting on some kind of clothing so it doesn't happen. But if you're out there, it's really hard because they're frozen on there. So they kind of have to melt off. You can try to pull some of them, but you don't want to hurt the dog by pulling the hair out at the same time. So again, it's about being prepared with the dog.
I could just watch Jake do this for a whole hour.
Yeah, we should have done this out somewhere. He just wants to play in the snow.
Oh, Jake, you're the best. So what's in your backpack? If you're planning a hike, you and a couple friends, you're bringing a couple dogs, what are important things that people should take with them?
I'm having food, water, some sort of signaling device. A whistle is really, really good. The gentleman who got stuck on Mount Tom, I was recently told, actually his voice just died because he was yelling and screaming so much. So having some way of actually communicating with first responders, letting them help you find them. Actually a raincoat, some warmer clothes in case you fall in the water. And I have snowshoeing. You start to cross something and it's a ice-covered stream, and I've fallen right up into my leg. I mean, my whole leg got wet. But again, something to start fire. So if you need to actually try to stay warm or something really good, a first aid kit's really good.
And Jim, we're almost out of time. If people don't have snowshoes, or maybe they're not much for snowshoeing, what are some other winter things that pets and owners can do together and really help that bonding process?
You can do almost anything you think about as a winter sport for humans. Some of our members will actually go have dogs pulling sleds. You can go skijoring, so that you're actually cross-country skiing and the dog's actually helping you pull yourself through the skis.
Fun.
So there's all kinds of different sports. If people like to get outside, you can do it with your dog as well.
And the thing is, you know, as long as you're covered up and you're good to go, the weather's not that big of an issue.
No, we hike all winter. It doesn't matter. We haven't missed any days because of the below zero. You get out there, you can think about hand warmers in your gloves. They actually have little foot warmers you can put in, so if you get cold, and they work really, really well.
The only thing that's stopping you is you, Jim. It's a pleasure having you here. Thanks for stopping by and braving the elements with us. Hey, ahead on Mass